Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Niharika Kolita presenting the headlines first. Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacts with Indian diaspora in Guyana, highlights role of culture, cuisine and cricket in strengthening bilateral ties. Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio calls on Union Home Minister Amit Shah, discusses Naga political issues and interstate border issues. Manipur police arrest 7 more persons in cases related to arson and damage of properties of elected members. Meghalaya government to come up with standard operating procedures on use of sirens, tinted glasses and flickering lights to minimize public inconvenience. And in cricket, Australia were 67 for 7 wickets in their first innings against India on day 1 of the opening test match of the Border-Gavaskar Trophy in Perth. India were bowled out for 1,450. In national news first, Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacted with the Indian diaspora in Guyana, highlighting the role of culture, cuisine and cricket in strengthening ties between the two countries. He praised the contributions of people of Indian origin, especially youngsters, in boosting the startup ecosystem. He expressed confidence that India will soon become the world's 3rd largest economy. He interacted with legendary West Indies cricketers like Clive Lloyd and Alvin Kalicharan at Georgetown, accompanied by the Guyanese President Dr. Mohammad Irfan Ali. Prime Minister Modi met 31 world leaders and heads of organizations during this foreign tour.
The spirit of hospitality is at the heart of our culture. I could feel that over the last 2 days with President Ali and his grandmother, who also planted a tree. It is a part of our initiative, एक पेड़ मां के नाम. Our commonalities provide a strong foundation to our friendship. 3 things in particular connect India and Guyana deeply: culture, cuisine and cricket. Our youth have made us the 3rd largest startup ecosystem in the world. India is a global hub for e-commerce, AI, fintech, agriculture, technology and more. We have reached Mars and the moon.
In regional news, a delegation led by Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio met Union Home Minister Amit Shah in New Delhi on Thursday evening and discussed key political issues. Taking to social media, Rio stated that him and his cabinet colleagues met the Union Home Minister and discussed about the Naga political issue, Eastern Nagaland political issue, issues relating to Nagaland-Assam border, besides important developmental projects in the state. The counting of votes for by-elections in Assam is set to take place tomorrow, with preparations underway across 5 assembly constituencies. The by-elections, including the 88th Samaguri, 77th Behali and 31st Sidli assembly constituencies, have drawn significant attention. The district administration is ensuring tight security and strict protocols for smooth processes on counting day, including the separate counting of postal ballots. 350 polling personnel have been deployed for the counting. Over 75% voting has been reported in the 5 assembly seats. 82 artists were awarded with the Ustad Bismillah Khan Yuva Puraskar in New Delhi today. The awards were conferred for the years 2022 and 2023 in a special ceremony by Secretary of Culture Ministry Arunesh Chawla. The Yuva Puraskar honors the young artists in the field of music, dance, drama, folk and tribal art forms. The artists from the northeast include folk music artist Chao Saratham Namchum from Arunachal Pradesh, puppetry artist Binita Devi from Assam, Satya artists Mukunda Hoikia Borbaya and Dimpi Boisha among other young artists. Justice D. Krishna Kumar took oath as the 8th Chief Justice of the Manipur High Court at Darbar Hall in Raj Bhavan on Friday. Justice Krishna Kumar is assuming office upon the superannuation of Justice Siddharth Mridul on Thursday. The Supreme Court Collegium, comprising newly appointed Chief Justice of India, Justice Sanjeev Khanna, along with Justice B.R. Gavai and Justice Suryakant, had recommended the appointment of Justice D. Krishna Kumar as the next Chief Justice of the Manipur High Court on Monday. The Manipur police have arrested 7 more persons in connection with cases related to arson, damage of properties of elected members on November 16. These arrests are in addition to the 25 persons already arrested earlier. Meanwhile, security forces conducted search operations and area domination in the fringe and vulnerable areas of the Hill and Valley districts. Movement of vehicles carrying essential items along NH37 and NH2 has been ensured. Security convoy has been provided in sensitive stretches to ensure free and safe movement of vehicles. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma on Friday announced that the government would come up with standard operating procedures (SOP) on the use of sirens, tinted glasses and flickering lights in vehicles to minimize the inconvenience caused to public. The Chief Minister said he had been receiving a large number of complaints from citizens about the so-called VIP culture. Sangma said it was a safety and security concern which should not be mixed with the aspect of culture.
That particular safety and security concern becomes more of a attitude and it is used in a wrong way, then I think that is what really is the problem. Therefore, it is important for us to regulate it in the right way. And just last week, we had a meeting with the Deputy Chief Minister in charge Home and all the other officials, the DGP, the Chief Secretary, and we have asked the police department to prepare an SOP as to who can use sirens and who cannot, and who can have tinted glasses and who cannot, and at the same time the flickering lights, who can put and who cannot, and very strictly implement those provisions and ensure that the protocols that need to be followed while using the siren and the lights and other devices should be very strictly implemented and done as per the SOP.
In an effort to prepare for the upcoming festive season, a mass social work initiative was organized across Nagaland on Friday. The statewide effort emphasized cleaning roads, drainage systems, government offices and surrounding areas. In Kohima, the cleanliness drive witnessed active participation of people from various sectors of society, led by Nagaland Chief Secretary J. Alam. Heads of departments, government officers and staff joined hands to ensure the success of the initiative. Ahead of the Border Security Forces Raising Day on December 1, BSF's Tripura Frontier organized a motorbike rally in Agartala on Friday morning. Tripura DGP Amitabh Ranjan flagged off the motorcycle rally from Albert Eka Park to Gokul Nagar. Altogether, 329 riders from BSF, CRPF, CISF, Assam Rifles, Tripura State Rifles, NGOs and civilians joined the rally to promote awareness about HIV/AIDS. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma inaugurated the Mausmai Banquet Hall and 32 luxury suites of Hotel Polo Orchid Resort at Sohra in East Khasi Hills on Thursday. The expansion of the premier property overlooking the famed Mausmai waterfall was initiated to cater to the growing inflow of tourists to Sohra. Chief Minister Sangma lauded the Polo Towers Group for including high-end luxury suites at the Sohra Orchid Resort. He also elaborated on the investments in tourism sector, laying out the state's ambitious $10 billion economy vision. Tripura Chief Minister Dr. Manik Saha termed the power of youth as the main asset of the country, urging the youth to actively participate in nation building. Inaugurating the Heritage Fest 2024 organized by the Yuva Vikas Kendra at Swami Vivekananda Maidan in Agartala, Saha said the Heritage Fest 2024 displayed the true spirit of unity and diversity. The week-long event will see the participation of students from colleges and universities of 25 states. The Nehru Yuva Kendra Mizoram and the Sports Authority of India addressed the media at the Aizawl Press Club today to promote the upcoming Viksit Bharat Challenge, a nationwide initiative aimed at identifying and nurturing young leaders. The challenge will kick off with an all-India digital quiz from November 25 to December 5, 2024. Winners will progress through essay or blog writing, state-level presentations and a national championship in the next 3 phases. The finalists will participate in the Viksit Bharat Young Leaders Dialogue during the National Youth Festival on January 11 to 12, 2024 at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. In the world of sports and cricket, Australia were 67 for the loss of 7 wickets in their first innings against India at stumps on day 1 of the opening test match of the Border-Gavaskar Trophy in Perth. Stand-in captain Jasprit Bumrah led India's fight back from the front with 4 wickets on day 1. Earlier, India were bundled out for 150 runs in their first innings. Debutant Nitish Kumar Reddy was the highest scorer for the visitors with 41 runs off 59 balls. Josh Hazlewood was the leading wicket taker for Australia with 4 wickets. Union Minister of State for Fisheries, Animal Husbandry, Dairying and Panchayati Raj, SP Singh Baghel, who is on a 3-day tour of Sikkim, today visited Mindrolling Monastery in Mangan district on the 2nd day of his tour today. Rohit Deo Jha, Private Secretary to the Minister of State, and Vasudha Balyan, Additional Private Secretary to the Minister of State, accompanied the Union Minister. Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu today met members of the North-Eastern Council, NEC, and discussed critical development initiatives to unlock the immense potential of the Northeast. The NEC delegation comprised members Longki Fangcho and Tenzing Norbu Thondok. Arunachal Deputy Chief Minister Chawna Mean and Minister Pasang Sona also attended the meeting. To end the news, the main points once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacts with Indian diaspora and Guyana, highlights role of culture, cuisine and cricket in strengthening bilateral ties. Nagaland Chief Minister Nefurio calls on Union Home Minister Amit Shah, discusses Naga political issue and interstate border issues. Manipur police arrest 7 more persons in cases related to arson and damage of properties of elected members. Meghalaya government to come up with standard operating procedures on use of sirens, tinted glass and flickering lights to minimize public inconvenience. And in cricket, Australia were 67 for 7 wickets in their first innings against India on day 1 of the opening test match of the Border-Gavaskar Trophy in Perth. India were bowled out for 150. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.